हम पार सहज में तेरी कृपा से, विराजे चैतन्य लुटाए सतयुग जगाए। विश्व की जननी तू महादेवी, तेरा पुत्र बनने की पात्रता दे माँ। हे निर्मल माँ, हे निर्मल माँ, तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ। हे निर्मल माँ, हे निर्मल माँ, तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ। तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ। तेरा प्यार मोक्ष का आनंद है माँ।
Jai Shri Mataji, everyone. Welcome to this morning's meditation session. And thank you for your vibrational company. Let us all humbly bow down at Shri Mataji's lotus feet. Let us raise our Kundalinis and put ourselves in a bandhan. Let's put our right hand on our left heart. Just humbly bend down our head towards our heart, our spirit, and ask Mother's permission for this morning's meditation. Mother, please come in our heart. Let me see your lotus feet in my heart. Mother, please let my spirit rule my brain. Mother, please be present in my brain, in my attention, in every thought. Mother, please rule my brain. Please let me experience thoughtless awareness in my meditation today. Let me be part and parcel of the collective consciousness. Mother, you who are Shri Adi Kundalini, please accept my surrender. Please awaken within me. Please cleanse my energy center and my energy channels. Let me be dissolved in the ocean of love and joy of the divine. Let's put both our hands on our lap. Move our attention to the Muladhara. And let's move our attention to the different energy centers as we go into meditation with the song. And at each chakra, requesting Shri Mataji, please let your lotus feet come on to, say, the Muladhara chakra. Just keeping your attention on the Sahasrara, that little prayer for the chakra, and moving our attention up.
I see in my own country when they were fighting for freedom, my father himself gave up all his property, gave up his practice with 11 children in the family, and we were living in palaces, started living in huts for days together, for years together. But for the gross freedom, we'll do anything. But for the subtler freedom, the Sahaja Yogis have to do everything that is possible. So the first thing is to realize, to be aware, to be in your conscious mind all the time that you are yogis. You are the ones who are very much higher than the rest of the humanity. That the salvation of the whole of the humanity depends on you. The purpose of creation will be served by you. So first of all, you have to be conscious in your consciousness that you are so important, and that's why you were given realization. How can you be living with your conditionings and with your ego?
Sorry, guys, just give me a second. I'm going to put it back on YouTube because the MP4 does not seem to have the subtitles coming on.
All his property, gave up his practice with 11 children in the family, and we were living in palaces, started living in huts for days together, for years together. But for the gross freedom, we'll do anything. But for the subtler freedom, the Sahaja Yogis have to do everything that is possible. So the first thing is to realize, to be aware, to be in your conscious mind all the time that you are yogis. You are the ones who are very much higher than the rest of the humanity. That the salvation of the whole of the humanity depends on you. The purpose of creation will be served by you. So first of all, you have to be conscious in your consciousness that you are so important, and that's why you were given realization. How can you be living with your conditionings and with your ego? The conditionings are like this. Supposing you are coming from a Christian religion, then you must bring that little bit of that religion into Sahaja Yoga, or if you are from a Hindu religion, you want to bring some out of that. We have all the essences of these in Sahaja Yoga, the pure essences, but we can't have the gross nonsense. All these things are like dirt over our sahasrara, which must be shaken off. So now you are aware and conscious of your chakras, you do not keep them clean. Ordinary human beings, if they have clothes, they have houses, they try to keep it clean. But you do not feel ashamed of them also when they are bad. Because you, after some time, you also lose the awareness of them. That means you have become subtler, but in your consciousness, you are not yet subtle. There are so many things you know more than the people who are not realized as absolute reality. For example, we don't even use vibrations. Whenever it is needed, we don't use it. Or sometimes mechanically, just like a machine, we start giving bandhas. So you are still unconscious about your chakras, slightly conscious when you put your mind to it. Otherwise, in your central nervous system, you are not yet so conscious. This is the reason why you do not know why you have to do a thing at a particular time. Unless and until you rise to this vikalpa state, you cannot go further. For example, I know everything what I do. I can handle any power whenever I want. I can absorb any negativity I want to. I need not absorb any negativity I don't want to. You may be thousands of miles away from me. I know about every one of you. I may not know your worldly names, but I know you as a part and parcel in my being. I also can behave like a human being, absolutely like you, aging like you, using spectacles, doing all the things that will make me a complete human being. I have accepted this role consciously, not unconsciously. To me, nothing is unconscious. So if you have to be conscious of what you are doing, you have to be alert about it. The first thing that you have achieved is the peace. The peace. But even now I find that peace, which should become joy, becomes a quarrel. Truth is one. You cannot argue about truth. It's a homogeneous thing. It doesn't quarrel with each other. We are unconscious about our fingers. But when we have to hold something, all of them come together. So the part of the brain which is working this out, the unconscious part of it, is to be made conscious. That is what evolution is. So now, adherence to any concept is against evolution. You must learn to face the reality, to accept the reality and act a real way. Now, you may say, Mother, this is a miracle. Something happens, this is a miracle. Maybe for the human beings, maybe for Sahaja Yogis also. But not for me, because I know what it is. So to rise above this halfway consciousness, one has to see how you are working it out. The whole system of relating to each other must change completely. That is very important, at least for Western people. Because at least in India, people know that human efforts lead you nowhere. You have to take to your ascent. I mean, the real Indians. Some of them do take advantage of Sahaja Yoga and then disappear. Some of them do. But mostly, they know that you have to be conscious of what you have got. So we can say that we have got self-knowledge, but we haven't got self-consciousness. Now, for example, you take somebody's name, say, of some great saint, you feel the vibrations are flowing. Also, you know why? Because he is a saint. But why not you, the Sahaja Yogis? If your names are taken, why not the vibrations flow? And in this, you have greater advantages because the Adi Shakti herself is before you. They didn't have anybody to tell them all these things. But the disadvantage of that is this, that you take it for granted. Now in expression, when we say something, when we express, are we natural? Are we doing it from our heart? The consciousness that I'm doing it from my heart is what I want you to achieve. Like there are people who work very hard in Sahaja Yoga. Others will just take it for granted. They do not want to help. They want everything to be ready-made. That shows that they are not conscious of their own powers of enjoyment. If they do it from their heart, then they will never feel what effort they have put in. They will only feel what they have been blessed with or what they have achieved. Now the second stage would be where you will be conscious of whatever you are doing, where there will be no mistakes. Whatever you will do may appear to be mistake, will turn out to be all right. Nobody is so far like that, so I would like to tell you. Because some people do feel, whatever I say of praising, they think I'm saying it to them. Now for example, today I had my watch, I wanted to set my watch, so I pulled this screw up. Say, simple thing. Now this I did, I would say in a way unconsciously, but quite consciously. Because watch stopped, and I knew the time, what time I have to be there for puja. So consciously I have put myself against myself. If the watch had not stopped, I would have come earlier. But that was not the time I had to come. So I had to pull the screw to keep it stopped. So whatever mischief you play, you know, and you can play it against yourself also. And then you can make a drama. Oh, I made a mistake and things like that. For nothing at all. But such a stage is far off, I must tell you. Just now, the stage at which we are still making lots of mistakes because we are not self-conscious. In a gross way, we understand this word self-consciousness like this: a person has to go for the interview, then he'll select his suit properly, he'll comb his hair properly, before going he'll clear his throat. Self-conscious. But when it is the question of your ascent, are we alert? Or we are taking it for granted that mother is just now going to give us a nice bath, put us in the cradle and take us there. You have to mature in your ascent. Now you may say, what should we do? Face yourself every day. In reality, see how much time you spend about mundane worries and how much about your ascent. Have you left everything, all your worries, to God Almighty? Have you completely jumped out of your background? Have you come out all the way, leaving everything that was nonsensical? And how do I relate to others? How do I talk to others who are Sahaja Yogis? I am surprised sometimes if the one Sahaja Yogi is attacked by a non-Sahaja Yogi, that a Sahaja Yogi group should support a non-Sahaja Yogi. Or a Sahaja Yogi who has to come up pays more attention to the negative people than to the positive. He relates better to the people who are negative than to the people who are positive. He is more friendly and open with the negative persons than with the positive. You have to cling on to the positive, but it's always the other way round, because also is a very subtle ego in there. All these subtle understandings I have told you many a times. But with your complicated brain, which is like a machine, like a spoiled computer, you can reach some conclusions out of what I have said, which are just contrary. Like, supposing I say you forget the past. That means you forget everything that is good of the past. That is as if you should not understand why you are behaving like this. Forget the past means don't allow the past to overpower you. A brain which is simple, which is straightforward, which has got love in it, can understand what I am saying straightforward. This complicated brain is to be put right. And the best way is to stop thinking. Just stop thinking. That's what you have to do. Now when you stop thinking, you feel that nothing can be done. But by thinking only you don't do anything. Now for example, I have to give you a speech now. But I start thinking about it. What will you hear? Can you hear my thinking? You have to say, enlighten these lights, all right? Then you just start thinking about it. I have to enlighten. Will it get enlightened? This is to be understood that by thinking you do not do anything. Thinking is lazy man's god and is used to avoid work. Once I asked a lady I had in the house that we are going out, will you be cooking something for us? When we came back, she had not cooked anything. I used to cook every day, but she had not cooked anything. I said, why? Why didn't you cook something for us? She said, I thought you may eat outside. She was a Western lady. So my husband said, all right, we are going to eat outside, you stay at home. I said, doesn't look nice. He said, no, let her know what she thought is meant for herself. So this is the escape which you have learned before, the cleverness. So you do not argue about it. Do not argue about Sahaja. You do not argue with your leaders. You may be his wife, but don't argue. We are having a very bad time from some of the wives of the leaders because they try to influence the husbands. As far as Sahaja Yoga is concerned, they have nothing to do with that. Supposing you are working in an office and the husband is some great official and you are a clerk, will you correct the husband? In this case, the women have to nourish the organization, nourish the husband with love from their heart and not from their brain. I think it's so great to have been born as a woman myself because I can enjoy the heart, the emotions of my with love from their heart and not from their brain. I think it's so great to have been born as a woman myself because I can enjoy the heart, the emotions of my love, the working and the play of my love. It's so great that no incarnation can enjoy that as I can. So the women should not feel degraded if they have to look after the heart. They are in a higher aspect. You can do without thinking, but you cannot do without that. So the ladies should not argue with their husbands if they are leaders. And also one should not argue otherwise. Because I've seen if the women are very argumentative, the men become deaf. They just don't listen what women are talking. If they are very aggressive, then the men become absolutely shut up. So in relationship with each other, you must behave in a natural way that you are a man and you are a woman. You should become more a woman and more a man. And then you will see the fun. Imagine in this world if there were only men or only women, what would have happened?
Very boring.
So, we have to know that in our awareness, we have to be conscious how far we have achieved the consciousness for our relationship with each other. That is the collective consciousness of Virat, of the brain. That is of Sahasrara. So in principle, Sahasrara is Vishnu Tattva. But the deity is Mataji Nirmala Devi. So you can see how the beautiful integration has taken place. All the powers of Sri Vishnu have to act according to the deity, surrendered at the lotus feet of the deity. So the consciousness of Sri Vishnu is absolutely in the hands of the deity. I do not want to talk about this tremendous deity. It's too much. Because it may fill you up with awe. So whatever is working out, allow it to work out. They say surrender your Sahasrara to this deity. And it's so simple for you because you have the deity, you have your own Sahasrara, and it's only you, the people who are Sahaja Yogis today, in modern times, have seen that deity. They say that you have to ask for three things called Salokya, Samipya, Sanidhya from God, meaning to see God. Salokya, Samipya, the closeness with God, and Sanidhya is the companionship of God. But you have got Tadatmya, is oneness with God, not in the concept of any one of the yogis and the saints and the seers who have been before. And this Tadatmya you have when you are outside my body. While they have this Tadatmya, when they are inside my body, they are no more. So you should understand the time limit. You must understand your greatness, and you must understand how you people are chosen for the highest work in this creation. So now there's no time for lethargy. Now you have to rise and awake. Today is the day when I hope you have to jump into Nirvikalpa. But only by effort you will stay there, otherwise you will again slip down. So go through this lecture again and again and do not think about it. Don't think that it is for somebody else, it is for you, for all of you, each of you. And you must know yourself how far you are going every day. Today's special day of Sahasrara. Actually, if you see, it is according to the sun calendar, Sahasrara would have been tomorrow. It's a Monday, which is a Sahasrara. And just imagine that we are having it one day earlier. So one has to know that the calendar of God has nothing to do with the human calendar. According to certain calendars, I should have come 2000 years later. And something I should have come at least 2000 years back in this form. So the calendar is all right, timing is all right, everything is all right. You are not robots. You are not machines. You are evolved through evolutionary process. And through evolutionary process only, you have to achieve the higher. So whatever we may do, or whatever may be all right, it's you who have to show the results. We may take your Sahasrara to a great enlightenment, but again it will collapse. You have to know that whatever heights you are brought to, it is you who have to maintain it with full willpower and action. May God bless you. He's gone to South Africa. His wife is now in India and the child in the school. The less said, the better about them. I think you will not put me into controversies now. Because, you see, I'm not a
Let's sit in meditation for a few minutes. Keeping our attention at the Sahasrara, just a couple of inches above. Watching ourselves, watching the vibrations on our hands, watching our attention, our thoughts. Mother, please give me the strength and the wisdom to overpower my past negative experiences and emotions. And please let the awareness of the collective consciousness of the Virat be infused in my attention. Let me be surrendered at your lotus feet, at my Sahasrara. Please let me be in Tadatmya state, in thoughtless awareness. Dissolved in the ocean of your love and compassion. Let's put our hands together to humbly thank Shri Mataji for the opportunity of this morning's collective meditation. Let's raise our Kundalinis and put ourselves in a bandhan. And thank you everyone for your vibrational presence. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. And please feel free to continue staying in meditation for a few more minutes.
نسیم کندالینی شده تاج سر ما حالا 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 همه دستا به بالا اون نور خدایی دمی توی دل ما تو از کدوم قبله‌ای تو از کدوم بیاری که اومدی تو دلم عشق خدا بیاری تو از کدوم ترانه تو از کدوم نوایی نشسته ای بر دلم تو صدی خدایی ماتاجی مادر عشق ماتاجی دوست داریم توی راه نمای ما سر فرمون میذاریم تا همونی که برام دانشای پاک آوردی تا به سر منزلش تن خاکی رو تو بردی حالا 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 همه دستا به بالا نسیم کندالینی شده تاج سر ما حالا 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 همه دستا به بالا اون نور خدایی دمی توی دل ما سهاجا یوگا تو ایران منتظر قدم هات میمالادی عزیز قربون نور چشات مادر ای مادر خوب تو سفیر خدایی توی آسمون هفتم توی اسرارایی تو که وقتی اومدی دل ما بهاری شد دبیر خوشان او با یاری شد بیا به این شهر ما بیا به ایران زمین بیا قدم رنج کن عاشقاتو خوب ببین حالا 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 همه دستا به بالا نسیم کندالینی شده تاج سر ما حالا 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 همه دستا به بالا تو نور خدایی دمی توی دل ما کندالینی آروم آروم میرسه من میبینم تو خودم منیتم شکسته نگاه زندگی پیشم بهشت بالا سره جهنم از لابلاش خیلی آروم میگذره شری متاجی تویی شهبانوی خدا تو همونی که شده جان ما با اون رها مادر ای مادر خوب خوب ما همه دوست داریم، توی راه نمای ما سر به فرمون میذاریم. حالا 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 همه دستا به بالا، نسیم کاندانی شده تاج سر ما. حالا 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 همه دستا به بالا، تو نور خدایی دم توی دل